SE Nation, do you ever receive an invite to a meeting that has almost zero information? Product demo for customer. Well, before you blow a gasket and get into a fight with your account manager, here are 5 questions that you should ask yourself, and then how to deal with that situation depending on the questions or the answers of those questions. So let's check it out. So the first question I ask myself is there an agenda? My general rule is no agenda, no attenda. I will not show up to a call that has no agenda. Now, again, I will deal with it in a second. But here's the first rule. I don't want to show up to a call that I have no idea what it's about. And it doesn't take that much time to write up an agenda. So if an account manager sends me an invite without an agenda, that means that person's slacking. They're not doing their job as well as they should be doing. And it's disrespectful to you as an SE, sure, but it's also more disrespectful to the customer. If I'm calling a customer today and I'm setting the call for the meeting with the SE for tomorrow or the same day, the customer might remember what we're here to talk about. But if we don't, if it's in a week or so, the customer needs some form of reminder. Product demo is not the best reminder because they're probably going to have product demo from 5 different other vendors competing for the same opportunity that you're working on. Also, 5 unrelated vendors in a different space that are probably doing a demo for that person. And also, when you send an email without an agenda, you're not setting the tone. You're not setting expectations of what they're going to do in the meeting. If we're doing a product demo, but we want to start with a bit of a discovery call and doesn't say that on the agenda, guess what? The customer is expecting us to jump on and start presentation and start the demo right away without asking questions. And it doesn't take much time to write up an agenda. It doesn't have to be complicated, right? It doesn't have to be 5 paragraphs. It's 3 bullet points or 1 sentence. We're here today to discuss this requirement of yours and show you this product if appropriate. It doesn't have to be that big. Most of my agendas are, we're going to start with reviewing your requirements, discuss how we can help, answer any questions you may have. It doesn't have to be that big or that complicated. Question number 2 is, what do we know about the customer as SEs? Do I know anything? I can go look on Salesforce. Have I worked with them before? Do I find anything online? What can I prepare for this call? If some SEs have been working with one company, at one vendor for years. They know the products inside out. They know the customers inside out. Then that's not really a question you need to ask. I already know the customers. For example, when I worked in my previous job, which I just switched a few weeks ago, I knew everything about my customers. I knew their goals. I knew their motivations. I knew their families. I knew a lot. 10 years working with the same customer set. Now that I've moved on, I need more time to prepare, to understand what they need, what they want. Why are they talking to us? So I need to know what are the stories I need to prepare. What are the problems I need to highlight for them? For example, some customers don't know they have a problem. You need to highlight that they have a problem. Who are the personas I'm talking to? That also changes from meeting to meeting. Is it a mom and pop shop, or is it a enterprise customer? Some SEs focus solely on enterprise, some solely on mom and pop shops, and some do everything. So again, it differs from one place to another. Also, what is the triggering event for this meeting? Did they just have a breach? Did they hear about a breach in the news? Did something happen that I can prepare for? There might not be, but these are things that I look at when I want to know a little bit more about the customer. Yeah. And the last question that's related to the customer is, why do they want to see the product? A lot of times customers just are kicking tires, so they just want to see what the product looks like. They don't exactly want to buy potentially, or they already have a vendor that's pissing them off, so they're looking to see something outside. And if I have this information from my account manager beforehand, I can go and prepare the story that I need to prepare. I can talk, say they're working with a vendor who's pissing them off. I can talk how I've been, how my company, because I have no experience with the company yet, how my teammates have helped their customers transition from one vendor to another and how happier they are for that, how much they renew. But sometimes they know exactly what the problem is and they tell their AE, I want to see this because of that, which makes my life easier, reduces some of the questions that I can ask, which I like to ask, but at least I have an idea. Now, here are two questions that I think about for me. If I'm getting an invite to a call that does not have any information, the first question is, do I have time? They might have double booked me. I might be working on a big presentation for another customer that I know exactly what they want. We're in the closing stages and I need to be on that call. So I don't always have to, I might not have time. So we can move on with that. And the last question is, uh, that's Q4. This is supposed to be Q5, but anyways, is there something better that I could be doing with my time? If it's an unqualified deal, I'm almost always have something better to do with my time. If it's an unqualified deal, but for a strategic customer we've been trying to break into for the last 5 years, I don't have anything better to do with my time. Am I going for a walk or should I demo something? That's debatable. I'll leave that to you. But I need to know, or I need to make the decision, especially if I'm supporting multiple AEs, should I be doing something else? Is this a money generating opportunity? For example, a call was set on our calendar with a customer. I was shadowing an SE and we jumped on. Turns out to be a post-sales call. Now, we didn't do any of this stuff because I'm brand new and I'm just jumping on as many calls as possible. But I would have assumed the other AE or the other SE would have done that. But sometimes it's just good to help. We didn't have anything better to do at that time. So even if it's unqualified, even if there's no agenda, the SE decided to join because he doesn't have the no agenda, no attender rule. He also doesn't have, he could have, he was able to spare 30 minutes. So you can make all these decisions for yourselves. Now, the question then becomes like, how do I deal with it? If I get this invite that doesn't have any information, I'm gonna start asking questions to the account manager. Like, hey, what is the agenda? I don't have to say no. One thing that some people do, especially SEs who just get pissed off, hey, I've been invited for the sixth call without any information. I'm just gonna reject the call. I'm gonna decline showing up, which causes friction between you and the AE. And as much as we'd like to think that, hey, we're SEs, we're better, we also need to work with our AEs. They are partners. We work together. And if your partner does something that you don't like, you just don't just tell them to go away. We work with them. So a partner sends an invite, I call him up or I send him an email before I accept the call, before I reject the call. Hey, AE, what are we doing on this call? And I ask them, what is it that they want to see? What do they know about us? What do we know about them? What are the problems we're trying to solve? What is the business problem? So I ask them a lot of questions before I say no. If the AE can't answer a lot of those, then I'm going to say, hey, man, how about you get more information before we waste our time jumping on the call? This does not seem to be a formal call for anything. There should be qualification ahead of time. So don't always say no right away. Even like when we work with customers, we go with the concept of the qualified no that Chris White talks about quite a bit. You can do the same here with a qualified no for your AE. Like, hey, I want to help, but as you can see, I'm booked on this at this time. Can you reschedule to another time? If not, and it's not important, then you're gonna have to go without me. and just have a conversation. Don't get into a fight. And the worst thing to do is via email, where it's like, hey, I don't want to jump on this call. This is stupid. That's not really the right way to deal with it either. So either jump on a phone. If you're gonna send an email, have it be respectful. It's like, hey man, I want to help, or hey woman, I want to help. What can you tell me about this call? What are we trying to do? What are we trying to achieve? What's the outcome? What are your goals for this call? What are the customer's goals for this call? And that's how we can actually deal with a situation like this. And generally speaking, when I talk about modern AEs versus legacy AEs, modern AEs know how to deal with it very well. Legacy AEs tend to either reject or jump on every call without asking why. So if you want to see what the difference is between a modern AE and a legacy SE, not AE, check out the video somewhere up here, or actually check out the video here and get back to work. Peace.